Hi, this is Leetcode question. Count collisions of monkeys on a polygon. This is the second question of weekly contest 330. There is a regular convex polygon with n vertices. The vertices are labeled from 0 to n minus 1 in a clockwise direction, and each vertex has exactly one monkey. The following figure shows a convex polygon of 6 vertices 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Each monkey moves simultaneously to neighboring vertex. A neighboring vertex for a vertex I can be the vertex I plus 1 model n in the clockwise direction, or the vertex I minus 1 plus n model n in the counterclockwise direction. A collision happens if at least two monkeys reside on the same vertex after the movement. Return the number of ways the monkeys can move so that at least one collision happens. Since the answer may be very large, return it modulo. Note that each monkey can only move once. So in this example we have a polygon that has 3 vertices, and at every vertex there is a monkey, and the monkey can move to the neighbor vertex on clockwise or counterclockwise. So for example, here this monkey 0 can move to this vertex and to this vertex. Monkey 1 can move to vertex 2 and vertex 0. Monkey 2 can move to vertex 0 and vertex 1. And so in total we have 2 to the power n combinations, because every monkey can move to 2 directions. And for this polygon n equal 3, because we have 3 vertices from 0 to 2, 0, 1, 2. The number of combination will be 2 to the power 3, which equal 8. And these combinations are assume is C is for counterclockwise and T for or C for clockwise and T for counterclockwise. So we have this combination. Monkey 0 can go to clockwise, monkey 1 can go clockwise, monkey 2 clockwise, or monkey 0 can go clockwise, monkey 1 clockwise, and monkey 2 counterclockwise, or monkey 0 can go clockwise, monkey 1 go counterclockwise, and monkey 2 go clockwise, or monkey 0 can go clockwise, monkey 1 go counterclockwise, and monkey 2 go counterclockwise, or monkey 0 go counterclockwise, monkey 1 go counterclockwise or clockwise, monkey 2 go counterclockwise, have monkey 0 go counterclockwise, then T, then C, and we have T, T, T. So these are the 8 possibilities, and that's because we have 2 to the power 3, and 3 is the number of vertices. Now we need to return the number of ways the monkeys can move so that at least one collision happen, and this means that the only 2 ways that there will be no collision at all is when the monkeys all of them moves at the same direction clockwise, or all of them move counterclockwise. So when the monkeys move in parallel in clockwise, 0 come here and 1 come here, 2 come here, so there will be no collision. And the same for counterclockwise. And that means the number of ways we need to return is the total number of ways, which is 2 to the power 3 minus 2. And for any given number n, we should return 2 to the power n minus 2. Now the question is, how can we calculate 2 to the power n? As you can see here, n is so large, 10 to the power 9, so we cannot just do for loop and iterate over all possibilities or all n values. So what we need to do is assume n equal 40, and so the number of combination is 2 to the power 40, and 40, assume we want to loop over only 7 numbers. So 40 equal 40 divided by 7, this equal 5, and so this equal 2 to the power 7 to the power 5. So 7 multiplied by 5 is 35, and what remains is 40 minus 35 equal 5. So this is multiplied by 2 to the power 5, and by this we can loop up to 7, and with this answer, so assume we calculate this 2 to the power 7, let's call it answer. After that, we need to multiply this number 5 times, so it's answer to the power 5, and we need to calculate this value 2 to the power 5, let's call it temp, and multiply this by this, and we managed to calculate 2 to the power 40. And so to imagine x equals 7, so this is the maximum loop we need to do. So, and we have 2 to the power 40, so 2 to the power 40 equal 2 to the power 40 divided by 7, or 2 to the power 7 here 40 divided by 7 multiplied by 2 to the power 40 mod 7, and this equal 2 to the power 7. 40 divided by 7 is 5, multiplied by 2 to the power 40 mod 7 is 5, and 2 to the power 7 to the power 5 equal 2 to the power 7 multiplied by 5, and this 2 to the power 5, so we have 2 to the power 35 multiplied by 2 to the power 5, and this is become 2 to the power 40. And so we need to do this operation for large n. Now instead of considering x equal 7, we will do x equal 10 to the power 6. So our loop will be from 0 to, we'll do this number of iteration. So x equal 10 to the power 6 instead of 7. So this is x, and first of all we need to calculate this value here, and we do this by this for loop. And remember, the time complexity here is big O of x, and that's acceptable because x is small. Instead of iterating over 10 to the power 9, we are iterating over 10 to the power 6. So we calculate this value, and after that we need to calculate this value, all of it. So we use this value, sub value, to calculate this whole thing, and to do that we will use the calculated value from the previous for loop, and we use it to calculate this variable temp. And note here we iterate over up to n divided by x, which is this number 40 divided by 7. So we multiply this number this times this number of times, and so these two for loop will give us the answer for this expression. Now we need to do another for loop to calculate this expression, and here we loop from 0 up to n model x. So this is n, and this is x, and x in this case is 10 to the power 6, and we do get this answer. This is final answer. So we need to simplify the problem only if n is greater to 10 to the power 6. If it's smaller than this value, we just loop over all the numbers from 0 to n and just calculate 2 to the power n, because the solution will be acceptable since the time complexity will be big O of n, and that's okay because n at that case will be small value. So if n is greater than x, we do this logic, else we just calculate directly 2 to the power n. Now here, if we need to subtract the -2 from our final answer, and so if the value is less than 2, like 1 minus 2 is -1. This is why here we need to add plus mode and take the mode. If it's greater than 2, we will return directly answer -2. Or even we can use the same this logic for all the numbers, so we can delete the if statement.